Dean Rusk disagrees with you, and he was the Secretary of State at the time, but that's fine.
The communist nations have exploited the turmoil of a time of transition in an effort to extend the communist control into other areas of the world.
Thoughts on Dean Rusk and America's involvement in Vietnam? I know next to nothing about that.
Exactly. I have a question for you. I want to know why I should vote for somebody who's repeatedly said defund the police, somehow 5 years later, literally something like yesterday, changes his mind when I can vote for somebody who's never said something so stupid. This is so stupid that even now he has to back down from it. I don't want to take a breath for a second. Don't tell me how to talk. I'm talking. I'm asking you a question. Why should I vote for somebody who changed his mind when I could vote for somebody who's never said something so stupid that even he himself backs down from it?
Who hasn't said anything stupid?
Who has said defund the police outside of Mamdani?
But who are you voting for?
It doesn't matter who I'm voting for. I'm telling you, I'm going to vote for anybody who hasn't said defund the police. I'll tell you that right now.
Like who? Like who? That's what I'm asking.
Let's see, I got two options, right? One guy dropped out, so I got two other options. And you're voting for the defund the police guy because A, that's what you agree with and you want to lie about it. And you want to pretend that that's not something that you agree with. It is something you agree with.
No, I like his policies the best.
What policies? What policies do you love? The fact that he doesn't want to say, he doesn't want to denounce globalize the intifada because that means struggle. I think you just hate Jews. That's the only thing that you care about.
Hold on. Now you've done two different things here.
Sure, answer my first one. Why should I vote for somebody who said he's going to defund the police and it was such a bad idea that he had to change his own mind right before the election when I could vote off two other people who have never said that?
Okay, then who are you voting for? That's what I'm asking you.
Anybody who hasn't said defund the police.
Yeah, like who? Who are you voting for?
Has Cuomo said defund the police? Has Curtis Lewis said defund the police? Has a dumb monkey with the brain of a 2-year-old ever said no? Because it's stupid.
Let me ask you a question, okay? This is an honest question. Do you want to die or something? Like, why are you having yourself a heart attack? Take it easy. Take a breather.
I don't want to take it easy. Have you ever tried to talk to somebody who's mad and said take it easy? Has that ever worked in your life? I'm asking you, like, when somebody is angry and you say, can you control yourself? Do they ever actually get calmer?
Listen, you're in a safe space. No one's going to hurt you.
I don't think I'm in a safe space. I think you're going to sexually molest me. I think you're going to send me to Gaza. I think you hate Jews and you hate cops and you love criminals. That's what I think.
Okay, I understand you're delusional. I get it.
Sure, it happens to all of us, to the best of us. Maybe I come from a long line of family of mental illness, and this is just the latest case of it.
Maybe, but that's why I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
Good luck, by the way.
What?
Good luck.
No, I'm sure I can do it if you're willing to just take a breather, relax, and let's just have a conversation like adults.
Okay, so answer my question. Why should I vote for somebody who said defund the police and then had to change his mind, a position that's so absurd that even he had to change his mind, when I could vote for two other people who have never said something so stupid?
Who are you going to vote for? You can't even answer that question. My answer is Mamdani. What's your answer? Are you voting for Sleeve or...
Anybody other than him.
Okay, yeah, there's two options. Which one are you voting for?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anybody but him. I'll vote for a fucking can of orange juice over him.
But there's no can of orange juice running in the election.
You don't know that. I could write in can of orange juice.
Or Sleeve. Who are you voting for?
I'm not telling you who I'm voting for.
Okay, I mean, you want to have a conversation. I already told you who I'm voting for.
I didn't realize that there were limits to what I have to agree and not agree to in order to have a conversation. I'm asking you why you would vote for a guy who said defund the police.
I'm telling you I would vote for him, but you tell me first. I've already answered your question who I'm voting for. I'll tell you.
I never asked you who you're voting for. I said, why are you voting for?
Because I already told you who I'm voting for.
Well, I don't care who. I care why.
Yes, you do. You do care about who I'm voting for.
I know who you're voting for. I know who you're voting for. I don't need to know. I know who you're voting for.
And if I wasn't voting for Mamdani, you wouldn't be so angry, right? So you do care. Let's be honest about this.
Listen, I'm a very angry man. My wife has left me. My children hate me. I don't have a job. I'm 4 for 2. I'm addicted to heroin. It's a very terrible life. I'm just a very angry man. But if you could answer me, why would you vote for somebody who would promise to defund the police, and then it was such a bad position that he had to change his mind himself, why you wouldn't vote for anybody else who hasn't said defund the police?
It was his viewpoint at the time after.
Oh, it was his viewpoint at the time, and then he decided to run. So he decided to change his mind, right?
Yeah, that's what people do. Is they grow up and they get more information.
Right. So why should I vote for somebody who was a rapper, that's the sole job he's ever had, when I can vote for other people who've never had to change their mind? Why shouldn't I vote for somebody who's never had to take such a foolish position?
Wait, okay, first of all, being a rapper isn't the sole job he's ever had, but secondly...
What other job? Was he in a sandwich shop? Well, what else has he done?
He's also acted.
Oh,
Yeah.
impressive.
He's also been an assemblyman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job. So he's never had like a private sector. He's never like run a company or anything, right?
He doesn't have to run a company to be
Oh
mayor.
no! Why would he have to run any like large organization to be the mayor of New York City? This fucking 30-something-year-old douche.
So we should only elect CEOs to be mayors? Is that what you're saying?
We should elect somebody who has some kind of experience in managing people. Yes.
Yeah, he's an assemblyman.
Oh great. You could be an assemblyman,
Exactly.
and you're a moron. So what does that prove?
How am I a moron? I'm smarter than you are, bro. Come on.
You can't answer a simple question. Why would I vote for somebody who promised to defund the police and it was such a dumb idea that even he himself had to change his mind than anybody else who's never said it?
So he's no longer defunding the police, right? You just admitted it. So why are you so
But
angry?
why would I vote for somebody who had to change his mind on it when I could vote for somebody who's never had to take such a foolish position?
First of all, go vote for whoever you want. I kept asking you who you're voting for.
Okay, but like, how can you tell people to vote for a guy who had such a terrible position and then had to change his mind come election time when they could vote for anybody else who's never had to... Look, Cuomo is a grandma killer, all right? He's terrible, but he never said defund the police. That's so stupid.
Exactly, you're right. Saying defund the police on a Twitter account is so much worse than killing.
It wasn't what he was saying on a Twitter account. He said it repeatedly. He said, I want a socialist city council to defund the police.
Listen. Saying defund the police after George Floyd's murder is so much worse.
Oh, no, it wasn't just after George Floyd's murder. He repeatedly brought up any incident that he could. It wasn't George Floyd tied to it. And who the fuck cares? Why would you want to defund the police? It's insane. So now you're apologizing for this horrible position, a position that he himself walked away from. You're minimalizing it, just like you minimalize his Jew hatred, his pro-Hamas, Jew-hating piece of shit garbage. But it's okay, because you agree with him. You think it's a terrible genocide that happened in Gaza, and that the Israelis should go fuck themselves after October 7th. Fuck them, they deserved it. They started it in 48, and anything that happens after that is their fault. I get it. Sure, it makes perfect sense. And you know what? Your team is gonna win. It doesn't matter. But we're still gonna be here on day 2 pointing out his idiocy.
Okay, and when your life gets better under him, you can still keep.
Life gets better. You're promising me free this, free that. What are you, an economic child? Nothing is free. Everything is paid for. What are you, nuts? How old are you? Do you have a job? Do you pay taxes? It's so hard to believe that you do when you have such a childish view of the world.
No, I actually have an economics degree.
You have an economics degree? God help us all. This is like AOC's degree. It basically says the poorness of American education when people like you and AOC and Mamdani propose idiotic, economic, unworkable, immoral ideas as if they're sane and true. I have an idea. Let's just import European economics because we love the Europeans. We haven't left them. Let's import fascism and communism and everything else that's great about Europe. This is America, buddy. We don't want fucking socialism. We don't want communism. We don't want your jihadi, Jew-hating bullshit.
Okay, look. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay?
I need to take a breath because you know what? I'm a crazy person and I haven't had my crazy pills today. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna need a minute.
Take a breath, take your time, it's all good. I'm not here to hate on you. Honestly, I gotta say, the way you were responding to each one of my tweets, I thought you were a bot programmed to spread propaganda.
I actually am a bot. Bleep, bleep, bloop. I'm actually sponsored by Russia. Russia pays all my bills and Israel, the Mossad, pays me for each tweet.
Okay, you know there's bot farms out there. I'm not talking about you being a Russian, right?
I actually run the bot farms. I'm king bot farm.
You are too angry to run a bot farm. You can't run a bot farm with this much anger.
No?
Okay, that takes
All right.
sophistication.
Well, it sucks. I was looking forward to that. It seems like a great gig. Work from home. There's healthcare initiatives. There's overtime. So I'm really sad that I lost the position at the bot farm army.
Like, you have the dedication for it. You'd probably be a good bot.
Oh, thank you.
But it's nice to see that you're not a bot, alright? So at least that part is a bit of a relief. I thought I was just talking to a machine the entire time, but I'm just talking to somebody who's good.
I think your opinions are just so stupid. You might as well be a robot fucking drone.
But I'm about to prove all
Oh God. Okay, if you must, if you insist, go ahead.
It's about to happen. I'm just
Okay, yeah. You're gonna school me on economics and about defunding the police. Go ahead. Of course, you haven't answered my original question. Why would you vote for somebody who had a stupid position, who it was so bad that he had to even distance himself from that position, when you can vote for anybody else who hasn't had this position? Talk about lack of judgment. Jesus.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, okay?
I think you just did.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you another one. You said a whole bunch
That's a second. That's a third question you're asking.
Yeah, but listen, you just said a whole bunch of stupid shit in the past 5 minutes.
Did I though? I mean, but did I really?
But if you learn, and then you become a better person tomorrow.
Christ Almighty! What am I fucking running an AA meeting? Oh, I'm sorry you held those dumb positions. Oh, we forgive you. We forgive you. Hey, you know what? Yesterday I supported Al Qaeda, but you know what? Today I've changed my. Fuck you. Yes.
Yes. But I feel like you're about to have a heart attack and I don't want you to die. Just take it easy.
Why do you want me to die? Like, I mean, I die, and then you don't have to deal with my robotic tweets on Twitter. It'd be great for you. Could have a whole dance. You could go, the backbencher has died. It's a new day in America.
I don't want you to die.
You don't? You don't want Charlie Cook to die either?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I love when he was alive because he would get destroyed so like he was like the father for us. We would laugh at his ass so much because of the stupid shit he was in. Like, it's fun. Listen.
Do you have a job, son?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like you do. It sounds like you're completely economically inexperienced.
No, I have more economic experience than you do, which is why I recognize.
You have an economics degree. Ugh.
Which is why.
You have an economics degree and you've never studied Mises. It's amazing.
Dude, let's go. Okay, let's go over the policies, okay?
Sure.
So, but you gotta do it without screaming.
I can't
Like,
promise
I'm not
that.
gonna do it. I love free speech.
My
right?
therapist has told me that I have this issue, and I don't think that's gonna. I'm gonna interrupt you constantly. You're never gonna get to the end of your point. It's gonna be very painful for you.
I don't mind. I just don't want you to have a heart attack or high blood pressure. This is about your health.
You're already failing. I've already had multiple heart attacks, and high blood pressure is through the roof.
Okay. So you're a Sliwa supporter, right?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but I can tell by what you're saying. You're a Sliwa supporter.
I'm a anybody but Mamdani supporter.
Yes, but out of the two, Cuomo and Sliwa, who do you like better?
If Curtis Sliwa dropped out tomorrow, I'd vote for Cuomo.
But otherwise, you vote for Sliwa, right?
I didn't say that, no.
No, but I know you would, and that's okay. Like, he's not a bad candidate. I love the fact that he is not bought by billionaires. I love the fact that he stands on business and he doesn't take bribes.
What are you, fucking Bernie Sanders, billionaires, and we got to dig through Mamdani and his fucking past of people who support this jerk off like Soros? Get the fuck out of here.
We can dig through it. That's fine.
Sure.
No,
So if I told you that he was sponsored by Soros, you wouldn't blink an eye, would you?
no, because he's not sponsored by Soros.
Okay. You're not paying attention to the latest. Why don't you go to Twitter and look up the latest?
Soros has not given him any money.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Fine, find me proof that Soros gave him money.
I'll tweet it to you.
No, you're gonna pull up something that says he donated to the Working Families Party, right?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna dig up. Working families all across New York support Mamdani because his policies help working families.
What are you reading from a fucking script and you called me a robot?
No. I'm not reading from a script.
Yes, you are. If you were human and an actual human being, you would sound like me. You'd be agitated. You'd have some personality. You wouldn't be robotic.
No, because I'm being neutral because I don't want to trigger you. I just want you to have a conversation.
Please trigger me. Go ahead. That's I live for it. That's all I do. I just sit around and I get mad at dumb shit.
I trigger a bunch of people. You're just somebody who could literally like have a heart attack at any moment, and I don't want to cause that.
It's all right. I've had 4 of them already. I'll live through another one. It's okay.
I believe you. Hopefully.
Actually, I had a stress test, and believe it or not, I had to stay on the treadmill longer because my heart rate is so low, and I'm in such good shape that I had to stay on the thing. I had like 11, what is it, BPM? I forget what they call it. But I literally have to stay on the thing longer. I agree with you. I sound like somebody who has high blood pressure, but deep down inside, it must mean that I don't really give a fuck because it doesn't show up on the test. But go on.
So here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to
But thank you for being very concerned about my health. Really, it's touching.
I care about people, so it is what it is.
Yeah, okay.
I want you to stay alive for the next 8 years, so you can see all of your beliefs debunked, right? So you can see.
Oh my God! It's gonna turn into Chicago. There's gonna be fucking garbage cans on fire. It's gonna be like Kensington Avenue in PA. Just fucking people being thrown into subway tracks. The criminals know that it's open season on citizens. Oh my God, we're gonna decriminalize misdemeanors. It's gonna be a fun fucking time to live in New York City. The only people left here are gonna be the people trapped and the fucking rats. Anyway, you were saying.
Okay, so none of that's gonna happen, alright? Now you tell me why it's gonna be like, why garbage cans will be on fire. Explain, like, walk me through it, but in a sane way.
In a sane way? I think that his anti-police policies are real, and I don't think he's actually moved away from those positions. And I think that he does that either for clicks and enjoyment, and also because he actually does hate law and order and the police. He has a certain affinity for a crowd that hates the police, who thinks that George Floyd is every single police officer, and every incident needs. So that's why he's against actual crime against misdemeanors. He's going to continue on what the DA in Manhattan, Alvin Bragg, has done by lessening the offenses and the punishment for criminals. And so therefore, crime will increase. When you incentivize crime, you get an increase in it. When you remove the death penalty, you get an increase in homicides, which would normally have been stopped by the death penalty.
I muted you.
Not as victims, but as an honorable people who lived up to their pledge to defend democracy and did the best they could.